Hi everybody, welcome back to MyFairDaily. Today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me tutorial using the Morphe palette that I just built. So I'm going to actually start off by prepping my lips with the Malin and Goetz Mojito Lip Balm. I probably totally butchered that name. And then I'm going to be going in with the Josie Maran Argan Oil. I'm also going in with the Mercier. This is the Smooth Finish Fluid Foundation, which is one of my absolute favorite foundations right now. And then I'm also using the Neutrogena Skin Clearing Blemish Control, concealer. And then I'm also going in with the Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous Concealer. I'm going to be using that underneath my eyes just to brighten them up. And then making sure to set it all with my Anastasia Banana Powder and the Vanilla Powder. First shade I'm going to be using on the eyes is this shade here, and it's just 01. For some reason, Morphe eyeshadows don't really have a name to them. So anyways, I'm going in with the shade 01, and I'm just going to be applying this all over the lid. On the lid area, as well as on the crease area, as well as on the brow bone area. This is just my initial base color I like to lay down as just a way to help all the shadows transition so much better. Next, I'm going in with my first crease color. This is in the shade 16, and I'm going to be taking it on my amazing, absolute favorite Sonia Kashuk Fluffy Crease Brush. Unfortunately, this is part of the limited edition holiday collection, but oh my god, I love this brush. It's just like made my life lately. The trick is just to go back and forth in windshield wiper motions, just really blending out the color so that there are no harsh lines. This is going to create a nice, smooth, beautiful transition and beautiful crease color for the rest of this look. Another neat trick I like to use is to go back in with the initial shade that I laid down, the shade 01, and I like to go into my crease area and just use that color to really blend out this look. Now to add a little bit of color, I'm going in with this shade here called 53. I'm going to be using this on the middle to outer corner of my eye, again just to lay down some beautiful, absolutely gorgeous plummy. This is actually more of a warm tone plummy color. I really am just so in love with the purples from the Morphe collection. They're absolutely stunning. My favorite brush to use for this is my flat brush. This is actually from the Urban Decay Naked palette, the original one. I absolutely love this brush for really packing in and laying down color. And just make sure to apply it to the outer corner as well as the middle of the eye. Don't extend it all the way into the inner corner. We're going to be using a different shadow to brighten up that area. Not picking up any additional shadow, go back in with that initial fluffy brush. This is that Sonia Kashuk brush. And just make sure that you blend the crease color in with the lid color. Again, we want this to be seamless, very smooth, very flawless, no harsh lines. This just really helps to eliminate any of that. Next, I'm going to be deepening that outer corner of the eye with this shade here called 25. I don't know why I keep saying called. It's just the number 25. But anyway, so I'm taking this kind of flat to finer brush and I'm just packing this color on the outer corner of my eye. Really concentrating on just, like I said, the very outer corner. I still want some purple on the eyelid and I just want to create a little bit of depth, a little bit of contrast on the eyelid. Taking a little bit stiffer fluffy brush, this is from the Vice 3 palette by Urban Decay. I'm just going to be blending that outer color into the rest of the eyelid, especially up into the crease area. Blending it also into the initial purple color we laid down all over the eyelid. Again, I want this look to be a little bit more of an ombre effect. Going back in with that shade 23, I'm just going to be applying this back onto the rest of my eyelid just to again add a little bit more color and also create that nice transition between the two colors for that beautiful ombre effect. And if you feel like you applied a little too much of the purple color, you can always go back in and deepen the outer corner again using that shade 25. And again, repeating the same steps with blending it into the purple color. This way, again, you are still having that nice dramatic effect of color, plus you've also added on a couple more layers just to really increase the intensity of the shadow. Again, make sure that crease has no harsh lines. Going back in with that initial fluffy brush, not picking up any additional pigment, and just again blending that darker, deeper plumber shade into the rest of the crease. Taking a small precise brush, I'm going to go into the shade 25 again, and I'm going to use this brush to apply shadow on my lower lash line. And of course, I am out of camera, per usual. There we go. So I'm just going to apply this very close to the lower lash line as I can. I am not a perfectionist at this, so it might not be totally 100% perfect, but you just gotta work with what you have. Going back in with that initial crease color as well as just a small flat brush, I'm going to be using this to just blend out the under eye area. I'm not very big on a very harsh line, again, underneath the eyes. I'm not big on harsh lines anywhere, apparently. So I really like using a color like a crease color or a lighter color just to really help blend out the under eye area, make it look so smooth and seamless, like it blends in and melts into the rest of the look. Plus it also adds a very nice smoky effect underneath the eyes. Going in with this matte white color in the shade 40, I'm going to be applying this to my brow bone area, sticking underneath the eyebrow and also kind of blending it a little bit into the crease area. Again, this technique in and of itself really helps blend out the entire look, really helps softens it, plus adds a nice hint of color and a nice, pop of highlight right onto the brow bone. And as you can see there, I also applied just a little bit additional, again, as that extra pop right there in the center of my brow bone. Sticking with that same matte white shade, I'm going to be applying it to the inner corner of my eye to create a beautiful highlight that will really draw light into the eyelid. Next, I'm going to be using this gel eyeliner. This is the only one I actually had at the time. It is a Mary Kay one. I have since replaced it with one I like so much better. This got a little dried out, and as I was applying it, it honestly felt like tar. It was terrible, but I had to just work through it. It was my only option at the time. So I'm just going to create a nice winged effect with this eyeliner, just starting with the wing on the outer corner. That's kind of how I like to do it. It's the easiest way for me. Pick out the way that works for you best, and then from that wing I just extend it to the middle of the eye, to the inner corner, not all the way in, just part of the way in. Again, this is how I like to create my winged eyeliner. You can create yours as you see fit. Next, taking the NYX Wonder Pencil. This is just a beautiful flesh tone color pencil, and this is what I'm going to use on my lower waterline just to highlight my eye and make it look just so much brighter, so much bigger. This is a great technique to use, especially if you have smaller eyes. I never recommend putting any kind of black eyeliner or any kind of dark eyeliner on your eyes if you do have smaller eyes. This technique really opens them up and makes them look a lot bigger and a lot more brighter. Going in with my favorite sample mascara right now, this is the Bobbi Brown, I believe the Smokey Eye mascara, I want to say. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'm going to leave down below all the products that I used today in this tutorial in the down bar so that you guys have an idea what I used. But I absolutely love this mascara. It is amazing. I use this just if I want some great definition in my lashes, if I want nice separation as well as volume. And don't neglect those bottom lashes either. I always make sure I get a nice coat down there as well, just to again make sure that it looks even with my upper lashes. I feel naked if I do not apply lower lash line mascara. Eyes are done, so now it's on to contouring. I'm going with the Anastasia contour kit. This is my absolute favorite. I'm going in with the shade Fawn just to create a nice definition in my cheekbones, along my jawline, as well as onto my forehead. This color here is just kind of the universal contouring shade. It works with many different skin tones. It's just absolutely perfect. And then if you want to go in with a bronzer, I highly recommend going in with Java. Havana for light skin girls like myself, it's just a little too dark. It's just a little too deep. So I do tend to just go in between those two bronzer and contour colors that I absolutely love. When in doubt, if you ever feel like you've applied way too much contour, you can always go in with a buffing brush. I love this one by Real Techniques. It's just kind of my go-to everyday buffing brush, and I just use this to buff out any harsh lines that I feel like I have on my cheeks, my forehead, or on my jawline. For my cheeks, I'm going to be using this Clinique Cheek Pop in Peach Pop. This was one of my favorite blushes last spring. It was absolutely amazing. I'm also going in with the Real Techniques. This is the cheek brush, or the cheek blush brush. It's a nice giant fluffy brush, and I'm using this to apply to the apples on my cheeks, as well as sweeping it back towards my hairline and my temple. For highlighter, I'm going to be going into my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. I'm going to be using the shade in the middle. I cannot remember what what the name of it is for the life of me right now. I believe it's Incandescent Light. It's one that's exclusive to the palette, I believe. I'm taking this giant fan brush, again from Morphe. I love this brush. I use this all the time to apply highlighter. I'm just using this on the tops of my cheekbones. Also, I'm going to be applying the highlighter to my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, as well as onto my cupid's bow and my chin. These are all the areas I like to highlight on my face. To set and seal in this look, I'm going in with the Tarte Amazonian Clay Pressed Smooth Operator Finishing Powder. Yes, that is a complete mouthful, but this is one of my favorite finishing powders of all time. It just feels so smooth. It makes your skin feel so soft and smooth. Plus, it does an amazing job, again, of just kind of blending everything together, as well as just sealing in your look for the rest of the day, not really letting any oils kind of creep into my face. And last but not least, for the lips, I'm going in with the Urban Decay Super Saturated High Gloss Lip Color in the shade Love Child. It is just this amazing pink shade. I think it's going to complement this look so well. I really love mixing like purples and pinks together. So anyways, I'm just going to be applying this all over the lips. Again, trying to create that definition because it is that kind of a finer tip pencil, but it gives a wonderful, beautiful, glossy look to my lips. And there you guys have it. There is the final look. I absolutely love it. I really love this smoky plum, sexy, sultry look. If you guys liked getting ready with me today, please give this video a big thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as check out my blog, MyFairDaily.com. On there you can find all of my latest posts. Most of them are video posts, so you can catch up on my videos there as well. You can also find me on all of my social media channels. I will link all of them below, but you guys can follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, which I really check a lot and I'm a little bit obsessed with lately. You can also follow me on Twitter. And guys, don't be shy. If you like videos like this, you like Get Ready With Me videos, you like when I do talk through tutorials, please leave me a comment down below in the comment section. I would love to hear what you guys would like to see more of on my channel. I really love doing tutorials for you guys. It just really lets me open up and be creative and do awesome looks that I hope you guys will recreate yourself. So with that, I will just end this video here, guys, and I will catch you in my next one. I love you and thank you so much. Bye, everybody. Oh hey guys, it's Kaylin again. Make sure you check out my latest video that is on my channel. You can click on the link there and it should take you to the video. Also, please again follow me on all my social media as well as my blog. Please check that out and follow me there as well. I love you guys. I will catch you in my next video. Bye.